Welcome, Virgo and Virgo cross watchers, to your full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus reading. So that's happening on October 28th of this year. Excuse me, sorry. So the full moons are all about illumination, and we're going to look at what is being illuminated for you and then some advice. Okay. So we have the Empress and the Ace of Cups reversed with the Nine of Cups. Virgo, I feel like somebody is coming in here to offer you what you know is less than you deserve. And I'm kind of getting this vibe where it's almost like it's insulting that they would even think that it's acceptable to bring this offer to your door. You know what I mean? Oh. It doesn't feel like you are unkind to this person, or I mean, maybe you let on unintentionally, but it doesn't feel like you're being openly angry about it. It feels like this happening seems to get something out of the way for you to focus on what you really want. Hang on for a second, actually. What else does Virgo need to know about this offer? I mean, it's bringing in change. Like the tarot's telling me, like, I already told you. Sorry, guys. So, excuse me. What is this? I was about to say, like, what Virgo is longing for. Where is that coming from? So we have the Ten of Wands and the Queen of Cups. Here's the thing, Virgo. I feel like you have been through quite a bit, and I feel like it's almost the energy of you realize that before, when you were looking for what you wanted, you may not have actually been ready. You know what I'm saying? It's like you've went through some trials and tribulations, and it feels like you feel better equipped to do something here. It's almost this energy of like, you know, that if you do your Empress thing over here, please don't pay attention to the genders, okay? As long as you're doing your Empress thing over here and allowing yourself to attract things, that it's like that whoever is supposed to be here is just going to come, right? It's this energy of like, even if you see somebody that you feel is like, oh, there's the person, it's almost like, well, if something doesn't pan out with this person, or it looks like there's going to be chasing involved, you know, I feel like you just kind of, you know, smile and wave. It doesn't feel like it's anything that you're, just feels like you're in this accepting energy, receiving energy. That's, you know, the essence of the female, or sorry, I shouldn't say female, my apologies, the feminine energy. So can we get a card on this? Oh, okay, Virgo. So I feel like you're able to see where you made some mistakes. I feel like this situation in the past, it may have cost you some financial stability. I feel like there were choices that you made within this past connection that maybe it was a job choice or moving somewhere, but it's like you made certain choices based on what you knew to be true at the time. And it's like, and now you see that that wasn't true. And I'm hearing that like that it couldn't really ever be true, at least not at that time. And I feel like this is what it feels like. It feels like you can see now how you needed to defend your, you know, defend your things. We're going to call them your things, like material goods, just for the sake of describing the energy. I don't know why, guys, but I'm super anxious today, so I'm sorry if it feels like I'm all over the place. Anyway, so you're able to see where you kind of left yourself open to be taken advantage of, but I feel like you're also able to understand that this version of you didn't have the experiences that would indicate to you that those were, weak spots in your armor in the first place. I do feel, I'm not going to lie to you, I feel like you're being really hard on your past self in the situation with this. It feels like you're kind of almost discarding that version of yourself. And I feel like the energy behind that is like, well, it's not, the reason you're doing that is because that's not Virgo anymore, which is correct. But I'm going to invite you to consider, if you are rejecting previous parts of you, is it possible that you're also rejecting certain parts of yourself? So, excuse me, I'm sorry. I hope that's not too loud when I clear my throat. What's supporting Virgo right now? Well, you look good. There's the Empress again. So on the Strength card, it actually is the Empress that's taming that lion. And with the Six of Wands here, I feel like there is someone that's coming to town. And it's almost this energy of like you may be feeling a little bit giddy, almost a little excited. And it's almost like you may feel like you have this intuitive nudge that something is coming in that's big for you. I'm going to be honest. I feel like whoever the person is that's coming in, I feel like it pales in comparison to what you're experiencing internally. I'm going to be honest. I feel like someone may be coming in. I feel like there's someone that's kind of parades themselves around. It doesn't mean that they're, cocky and arrogant and that sort of thing, but it's definitely somebody that doesn't mind being the center of attention. And I feel like because this person seems like they're the star of the show, I feel like part of you is kind of like, that might be my person. And I actually feel like they don't really, I'm sorry to say, I don't really feel like they give you the time of day. It's like there's someone in their entourage, we'll call it, that actually seems to have sweet feelings for you, but the person themselves is, I feel like when you get to know them or you start to see more of how they act and interact with people, it's like the initial draw that you felt towards them seems to be tempered. It's just there's something about them that doesn't, hold on, I'm trying to feel it. It just feels like put on or fake. It's almost like this person seems to be downtrodden almost. It's the energy of somebody that's like, they're smiling to everyone, but if you looked in their eyes are sad and tired. It's almost it's the energy of somebody that has to spend a lot of time. Maybe they're in a job or a career that they don't actually want. And it's the energy of somebody that has already chosen this path. So it's like they don't want to veer off from it because they obviously are having success, but they're really unhappy with what they're doing. And I feel like here's this other person that they're actually happy with what they're doing. It's almost the energy of like their bodyguard or something. I mean, obviously that's not going to be the case for everybody, but it's the energetics of that, right? I feel like this person is someone that they feel really steady, like someone that, they get up, they go to work every day. I feel like this person is hardworking. And what's absolutely gorgeous is that doing that hard work and kind of the monotony, they seem to thrive in it, which is pretty incredible. A lot of people really struggle with that, and they seem to be happy in it. And it's almost like it's not so much that this person doesn't, have what it takes to be the star of the show. They don't want it. You know what I mean? It's almost the energy of like someone that's the star of the show, but their bodyguard is happy being the bodyguard because it's like they feel that they get all of the fringe benefits without of the negative aspects. So maybe they're making a little bit more money. They're able to still have some really great experiences, but not at the cost of being famous. It's like this person would not. I mean, I feel like they would actually handle it pretty well if that was the case, but it just feels like they're always happy. I don't know how else to describe it. And of course, no one's happy all the time, right? But this person is content with their life. I feel like it's somebody that really had to work to get where they are in life. And of course, we all have to work hard, right? But what this person did with that energy, it's like they, from working that hard to now having what they have, it feels like this person it's like they would kind of be happy wherever they are because they know they'll never have to go back to where they were. So, what's going on with this person? Or actually, hold on. It just feels like there's something that's going to be interfering. Feels like it's something that's going to distract you. Okay. Oh, look at this. Seven of Wands upright. There seems to be somebody here that is, usually the star talks about like healing and renewal, and it's that moment after the tower falls that you start to like do all the releasing, and it's moving, the first step to moving on. But today it looks like someone that is wanting to present themselves as all of those things. And I feel like this person is really manipulative. It feels like there's someone that it's like they use certain parts of their story, their life, to get other people to look at them as less capable than they actually are, so that people don't realize. It's like people give this person the benefit of the doubt more often than not. And it feels like this star of the show person is quite attracted to this one. Oops. Sorry, there's a fly in here. But I feel like this manipulative person may be wanting to go after the one that you want. The one in the entourage, the bodyguard, right? Okay, we're going to get a different deck for that 1 second. I'm going to ask what's going on. What's actually going on? Not a whole lot. So we have what will Virgo perceive is going on? Look at this. Empress at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this person that is this kind of manipulative, whatever, I feel like they're going to do absolutely everything that they can to get the attention of the bodyguard. That's just what we're going to refer to that person as, because it's easier to describe the energy. So, and it just feels like this bodyguard doesn't really respond. It doesn't feel necessarily that there's a whole lot of animosity coming from the bodyguard. It feels more, which of course is your person, right? It feels more that it's almost like this general happiness that they have, this person can't infect it, right? They can't find they can't find a loose link in the person's armor, because it's almost like, it's more like, you know, that it's like foam, but wow, I'm really not explaining this well. It's almost like Play-Doh, but it's little beads inside. It's like, instead of having armor, this person has stuff like that. So it's like if anything comes their way, it kind of gets stuck in that thick gel before it gets to them. And I feel like this person may have felt that they would easily overtake this bodyguard person, but they can't because they can't get in. I do feel that this person that's the star of the show is going to see that this star is interested in the bodyguard. And I'm not so sure that that situation is going to work out really well. I feel like whoever this star person is ends up getting it feels like they kind of end up getting used by the star of the show and then discarded. And it feels like this star person feels quite embarrassed and humiliated. You know, it's that moment where, like, if ever you've experienced this, where you feel like everything's fine and then all of a sudden somebody says something and it flips the script around, and you realize that, like, everyone's here and you're totally embarrassed because you were acting like you're going to be, you know, really involved with the star, or sorry, with the Six of Wands person, but that's not the case. You know what I mean? And it's like, especially for someone like this that may have overplayed their hand a little bit, I feel like it's extra embarrassing for them. Which is, you know, it's too bad. Nobody, like, I'm not sure what kind of trouble this person makes, but you know, I don't want anyone to feel that way. That must be very humbling. They feel like karma's going to come back around. And this Six of Wands. I feel like the Six of Wands, the star of the show person, doesn't give it another thought. So we're going to move on to your person here. Hold on. I don't know why, but we're going to pull one more card. Just going to make sure the deck's up right on this star energy. One more on the star. We have the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck, Four of Pentacles, Hierophant, and Nine of Pentacles. Just a second here. I feel like the situation, or watching this kind of play out, it seems to make you, seems to put a little bit of like fear or reticence in you, right? It's like maybe there was something here that you were, you know, in some way interested in, but I feel like there's this energy here where I feel like you almost want to pull back entirely. It feels like not only does it make you rethink things and kind of be like, whoa, wait a minute, am I, you know, am I going back to this place where I'm not defending what's mine? And it almost, it doesn't feel like it pushes you back into that energy entirely, but it does feel like you're concerned that you're going to fall back into this Queen of Cups energy. And it's this like steely resolve that comes out of you as a result of that, because, you know, you have no interest in going backwards. Now, what can Virgo expect over the full moon with respect to the bodyguard person? What can Virgo expect? So we have the Hierophant again, We have Temperance, Nine of Pentacles. Wow. And Two of Pentacles. Lots of synchronicity in this read. Okay. So, it's almost like, this might sound silly, it's the energy of like, you're going to notice them noticing you and they're going to know that you know. But it doesn't feel like anything happens right away, because I feel like this person may also be in that energy. They may also have that kind of like, because they have that inner happiness, inner peace, inner joy, I feel like they, hold on for a second. They seem to have the same attitude that like something will have to kind of come to them, right? I feel like they think about you a lot. You make them feel like a kid again. It's almost like that kind of bashful, they want to look at you, but it's like they don't want to get caught looking at you, but they kind of do. You know what I mean? It just feels like, not in a negative way, but it just feels like you kind of knock this person out of that really stable energy. And not that they're going to become unstable or anything, but it just feels like the impact that you have on them is unlike other people, if you catch my drift. I feel like you may be, here's the thing though, okay? I feel like because you're in this absolutely gorgeous energy right now, you may be expecting or kind of like hoping that someone's going to come in and sweep you off your feet, or that there's going to be something that's like this very romantic and kind of, I don't know, just one of those moments, right, where like you fall in love almost immediately and so on and so forth. And I feel like that's not how this happens. I feel like what actually happens is this person, to a certain extent, I mean, obviously they are interested in you, but they may have some other priorities that are taking precedence right now. Hold on for a second. It's almost like this person has that bashful energy towards you, but they for some reason, it's like they don't really even expect anything to come of it, right? It's like because they're focused on other things right now. What's positive about this Two of Pentacles? We're going to look up I'm going to ask for what's positive and what's challenging. What will Virgo like about this? Oh my goodness. And what will Virgo find challenging? Okay. So we have the Four of Swords here. What will you enjoy about this? Page of Swords. What will be challenging? The Star. So I feel like what will be challenging here is just kind of going back to the same energy with this person that's pretty manipulative. It almost feels like it may put you in an energy where you feel like you're not really standing on a solid surface. It's like you may be walking into a situation where you really don't know what to expect, right? Sometimes you can kind of feel people out when you meet them the first time, but I feel like you may not really get that vibe with this person. I feel like it feels kind of refreshing actually, is that the positive part of this, I feel like this is the type of person that they say what they, hold on for a second. If they say they're going to do it, I feel like they truly do have the intention to do it. It feels like they might be someone that's a bit forgetful. Um, and I'm going to be honest, I feel like that type of forgetful energy actually may be coming from that place of it's almost like they're not really looking for it, so they're not prepared, like for a romantic connection or, whatever type of connection this is. The other thing about the Page of Swords is it's the cold, hard truth, right? It's someone that may be a little bit immature coming in with very valid information, but delivering it in a very like rudimentary fashion. And I feel like there's something here that you admire about that, right? It's like maybe it's almost the energy of maybe this person is a little bit immature with their delivery, but the fact that they tell the truth when other people seem to be incapable of doing so, I feel like it seems to be pretty attractive to you. I'm going to be honest here, Virgo. I'm not so sure that if this you and the bodyguard or anything's going to pan out there. It doesn't really look like it takes off anytime soon. So, just with the cards we've been pulling, I feel like we're getting the same answers. So I think I'll leave it there for today. If this reading resonated, I hope it was helpful. If you made it to the end of the read, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I really do. If you're new here, welcome. I usually post at least twice a week. So I have mini love reads coming out on Sundays and then a bit longer reads coming out during the week. And in the next few weeks, I am hoping to open up private reads. So please keep an eye out for that if you are interested. And we will see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.